hello from my tired looking bare face. So first I'm putting up my hair just so that it won't get in the way as we move on through this video. To start, I am using this Etude House foundation, and lately I have been wetting my brush to apply my foundation. I don't know, this just makes it feel like it applies better, and yeah, I've been doing this lately. I'm just putting it all over my face, as you can see. I'm sorry, I keep changing the position of my mirror. As you can see, the foundation isn't too thick. That is probably why I've been really liking this method of application. And then after that, just go ahead and blend it out. This is very crucial. You want to make sure that everything is blended out and there are no harsh lines. Just take your time blending and everything will be fine. And then I decided to add another layer just because I do have a very tired looking face today, so I thought I needed a little bit of coverage. Also, don't forget your neck so that everything is nice and even. Now for the brows, I'm using a brow pencil just because I am aiming for a more natural brow look for today, since I'm not going for a heavy makeup look. I personally really like to take my time when doing my brows. I usually start off at the edges, creating the structure, and then just going along with it, filling out any sparse areas, and then making my way towards the inside part of my brows, or the middle part. I don't know, but you get it. And if you make mistakes like I did, you can always just use your fingers. It usually comes off very easily, so yeah. And then I'm going over with a spoolie just to blend it better, and also for the hair to follow along. Now for this side, I am just going to fast forward the clip just because you've already seen it and it's pretty much the same process, so yeah. Now I'm not really the type to use primers for my lids, but I use the foundation instead, or like a concealer sometimes. But for today, I'm just using the foundation, so I applied a powder to set it so that we can move forward to the shadows. I recently got this palette and I'm very excited to play with it, although I only used 2 colors in this video, but maybe in the next videos I can probably play with more colors. But for today, we're only gonna go for a more subtle, fresh look, so yeah, let's save that up for later. Anyways, going back to the video, I am basically applying the yellow shade on my lids and sending it slightly onto my crease, creating like a dome shape. I don't know, this is usually how I do my makeup because shadows tend to not really show up on my lids if I don't extend them a little bit. So yeah, if you have the same eye shape as me, this is perfect for you, but also you can adjust it to your preference. Oh, and by the way, please excuse my crusty lids. My skin has been so dry lately, so I definitely need to work on that. And then instead of using an eyeliner, I just use the black shade from the palette, because this also works if you don't have an eyeliner but you have a black shadow. Basically, you just want to wet your brush so that you have a very thin brush to work with, and it will be very easy to create that wing. So as you can see, I'm just creating a very simple wing. I'm not really going overboard. Again, I will fast forward the clip just because, again, it's the same process. Next, I'm curling my lashes, and then I'm going to put on some falsies off camera because it's difficult to show it on camera, because I'm currently using a black eyelash glue and I don't really like it because it gets messy, so you really have to be careful with it. So yeah, I didn't film it on camera. I'm so sorry. Another really good tip when you're using thicker consistency concealers is to wet your brush, because it just like melts in the concealer a little bit and the concealer kind of blends into your skin really nicely, you know, like it lays really good on your skin. Yeah, so here I'm just applying it on my under eye because I really do have like deep under eyes, so I really try to cover those. So yeah, I mainly focus this thicker consistency concealers over there. This will also be perfect if you have breakouts, and it'll give you a really good coverage. And then I'm just going to set my under eyes because that's usually where I get the creasing, and since I'm a little bit dry lately, I'm not going to powder the rest of my face. Now moving on to the lower lash line, I'm applying this brownish purpley color. I don't know, I was thinking of brown, but the palette didn't really come with a brown shade, which is really odd, like a dark brown, but this still works, so yeah. Now time for some mascara. I would usually just pinch my real lashes with the falsies just so that they're not separated, and yeah, just pinch them, guys. You can't barely see me doing my bottom lash line, but yeah, don't forget them. A good trick to apply mascara is to move the applicator side to side so that like the hairs would get stuck to it, and yeah, it's just a really good trick. Now time to bring some color and dimension back to the skin, so I'm just putting this around the face to create shadows and to kind of balance everything out. You can also do this depending on your own preference. I personally like to have just a little bit of shadows around my face, but if you like a more intense contour, then that will also work. And then for my nose, I'm using a smaller brush and swiping it across the contour palette, going to the lighter shade just so that it won't be too harsh, and then just do the contour depending on how you like it. For the blush, I'm going for like a drunk blush kind of look, but a softer version because the shade I'm using is very light that you cannot almost see it. But yeah, just a softer version of a drunk blush, I guess. As you probably can tell by now, this is one of my favorite blushes. It's very natural, like you can use it every day. I would definitely recommend this highlighter, fave. And that was my shocked face because I forgot my inner corner highlight. Okay, we're almost done. Time for the lipstick and then we're good. So I chose a light pink color to go with like the whole soft, fresh vibes that we're going for today. And yeah, I really like it. Dressing up in 3, 2, 1.